We live in the era of point, click, and streaming. We're carried by an accelerating digital stream of images and data that never stops. But there is a strange paradox in this constant movement. Despite all this stimulation, our day-to-day experience can feel increasingly numb. The world starts to feel flat, predictable, and stale. These handwritten lines by David Brilliman describe this modern darkness. His poem investigates why our capacity for awe seems to be vanishing. It forces us to sit with a difficult question. If we are surrounded by more content than any generation in history, why is it so rare to feel genuinely surprised by reality? Brilliman suggests this staleness is actually a seeing problem. We struggle to experience wonder because we spend our lives interacting with a simulation, predicting the ordinary rather than perceiving the real. The world doesn't lack depth. Rather, our internal machinery is designed to ignore it. We have optimized our perception for speed, and in doing so, we've accidentally blocked out the very things that make us feel alive. This process starts with predictive processing. Your brain is essentially an engine designed to save energy. Instead of processing every leaf on a tree as a new piece of data, the brain just fills in the blanks based on what it already knows. This makes the brain a categorization machine. It takes the messy, vibrant input of the world and sorts it into familiar buckets. By doing this, we drain its color, flattening the unique details of living things into uniform gray cubes. This drive for efficiency allows us to navigate the world quickly, but it creates a wall. We aren't actually looking at reality. We are looking at a model of reality that we built a long time ago. By successfully predicting what happens next, we barricade ourselves against the unpredictable, vibrant nature of the present moment. The most restrictive category the brain creates is the concept of the little me. This is the self-story we carry with us everywhere. Perception becomes toxic when it turns entirely self-referential. In this state, every external event is filtered based on how it validates or threatens the self. The mind effectively enters a closed loop. Once trapped in this loop, other people lose their status as independent centers of experience. They are reduced to mere background characters in our own autobiography. This inward collapse functions as a systemic perceptual failure. We project our own image onto the environment, inhabiting a hall of mirrors that the poem calls darkness. Centering the world on the self doesn't lead to discovery. It creates an isolation where we are cut off from everything that isn't our own reflection. Occasionally, our internal model fails. Reality does something we didn't expect. In neuroscience, this is a prediction error, a sudden glitch where the map doesn't match the territory. That glitch is exactly where aliveness happens. As the gray bucket shatters, the world breaks through our stale categories. This is the moment we meet wonder. The poem and the Zen practice of shikantaza suggest a specific response to this moment. When the model fails, do not rush to rebuild it. Instead of forcing certainty, we can practice relishing being lost. Breaking the loop requires an intentional redirect. We must look away from the self-story and point our curiosity toward the unknown. This is a choice between two different ways of seeing. We can continue to aggressively control the world out of pride or fear, or we can choose the vulnerability of wonder. Most people wait until their deathbed to finally drop their defensive categories and look at the world as it is. But we can choose to step out of our gray buckets today, right now. We can choose to perceive.